Hi guys, I am finally filming my $1,000 Sephora fantasy cart. This tag video was created by Emily Noel. Lauren May Beauty also did a similar video on her channel a while ago. I will have both of those ladies linked down below. I've also seen some other fun versions of this tag. I saw Diary of a Beauty Guru wannabe do a ColourPop version. And then I saw Alex from One Beauty Addict, Katie Marie, and Amy Loves Makeup. All three of them did indie versions of this $1,000 wish list video, which I thought was super fun. So I personally plan on doing an Ulta version, and I would like to do a $1,000 indie wish list because indie products are pricey. So I'm really excited to come up with my fantasy carts for both of those, and those videos will be coming soon as well. I want to space them out a little bit so it's not too boring and repetitive, but I don't want to wait too long where nobody cares about this anymore. But I am someone that really loves window shopping, and when I go to the store, I will have a lot of things in my hands, and by the time I get to the register, I've already put half or more than half of them back because I talk myself out of it. This happens to me especially at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Target, but I'm happy I do that. I would much rather talk myself out of something than return it if I don't have to. But you guys also know I am not afraid to return products. So this was super fun for me, and it was really challenging. Yesterday, I had a really hard time coming up with $1,000, but then I watched a couple more videos and I was reminded of some products. And today I redid my cart and I was able to hit $1,000, and I don't have a bunch of new products in here. There are things that have been on my wish list forever because I just couldn't justify that price, or because when it came sale time, I only wanted to still spend just so much money. So if I had $1,000, these would definitely be the things that I would buy, and it is so fun for me to think about. Like, I can't even. So in this cart here, we have a mixture of things. So some of these products are like my fantasy self, which would be a Glossier girl. I wish I had the skin to be a Glossier girl, but no ma'am, I have pimples everywhere. So that's not very Glossier. I love myself a full coverage, but I want to be a light coverage, dewy cream cheek gal, and I'm not quite, but I put some of those things in this cart because my fantasy self in this fantasy cart wants some cream cheek. I also added some clean beauty brands, which have been popular recently because those things be great to try. And I added some hella expensive bougie products that if I had all the money in the world, ring me up, baby. So this was just so much fun for me because I would love to hit checkout right now, but I just can't because I do not have the funds for that. I would love to, like, it's just so much fun to think about. Enough blabbing, let's get into it. I'm gonna put the pictures up on the screen so you're not just staring at my face. So in my cart, I have a total of 28 products retailing for $1,001.70. Of course, these are US dollars, and let's go. So the first product was actually the last thing I added to my cart because I had 19 more dollars to spend to hit 1,000. So this is something that has been on my wish list for over a year. But if I had to like cut one thing from this wish list, this would be the thing. So this is the Melt Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Chick Habit. As I said, it's $19. This is a really beautiful purpley mauve color. I haven't really heard much about this formula. I haven't seen many videos on it. I've seen some pictures and videos, but it's definitely something I'd be interested in trying. I haven't tried much from Melt in general, and that lip color looks like something I'd be interested in. Next would be some cream products from Fenty Beauty, which is a brand in general I haven't tried too much from, but people have really been mostly loving, but everybody's been buying their new cream products. So I added to my cart the Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer in the shade number 2 Butta Biscuit. Number 1 is of course the lightest shade, but it's more cool tone, which I don't like on my skin. So I chose number 2, which is more warm tone, but still on the lighter side. They do have a really awesome shade range, but this one I think would work well for me. And this is $32. Next would be the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. They have a bunch of shades, but I chose number 2 Petal Poppin, which is a light warm pink. This is definitely one of the lighter shades in the range, but from what I've heard, these are decently buildable, and because I'm so fair, I do think that I wouldn't really have an issue with this showing up. This does retail for $20. Next, we have 2 products from Huda Beauty. The first is the Pastel Obsessions Mint Obsessions palette, which retails for $29. So there are 3 Pastel Obsessions palettes, and they really didn't get great reviews, but for some reason, the sicko in me who does not like many Huda palettes really wants to buy this palette. The colors are just so gorgeous. I like the colors in here better than I do the ColourPop Mint palette. Ooh, just looking at it right now, I want it. Like, this is like when you have like an ex-boyfriend that kind of treats you like crap, but he's still kind of cute and you still feel like you can kind of win him over and you still think about the good times, even though there are a ton of bad times, a ton of times when things just haven't worked out. Like, that's how I feel about the Obsessions. Wow, Thunderstorm, if that wasn't perfect when we're talking about our exes right now, like, perfect. But that's how I feel about this palette. Like, I shouldn't want this, but I do. Like, I want to like learn the hard way, you know what I mean? Moving on, next is the Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream in the shade Fair. There are several different shades. Of course, I picked the lightest shade. For me, it looks like it has a really nice undertone to it. This does retail for 30 bucks, and I believe you get a decent amount of product in here. So it's just something that I've heard rave reviews about that I would like to try. Next is from Kosas, which is a brand that I've been hearing a lot about recently. I think they have a tinted face oil, but I'm still full coverage. Even in my fantasy world, I might be able to wear cream cheeks, but I'm not doing light coverage foundation, even in my fantasy world. So the one thing I really did want to try from Kosas that I've heard great things about is the Sun Show Moisturizing Baked Bronzer. There are 3 shades. Of course, I picked the shade Light. This does retail for $34. The only negative thing I've heard about this is that it can lean a little bit warm, but I like warm bronzers, so I ain't afraid. Next is something that just released. This is from Jouer. It is their Champagne and Macarons face palette in the shade Sweet Cheeks. There are 2 different shades. This comes with a highlight, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. I haven't tried any of the cheek products from Jouer, and I've heard really good things. So in here you get Citrine highlight, which I think is the correct shade for my skin tone. Then Romance Me blush, which is more coral. Delight Me is more pink. And then the Suntan bronzer, which that is so exciting. It's such a great little palette, and that retails for $34. Next, I have several Laura Mercier Caviar sticks, which are some of my favorite cream shadow sticks out there, and these retail for $29 each, which is very, very expensive. So there are 4 shades I wanted. The first is Orchid, which is a beautiful like medium shimmery purple. Next is Sunrise, which is a new shade. It's like a peachy golden champagne kind of color. Then we have the shade Raspberry, which is a raspberry color. I have wanted something similar to Maybelline Pomegranate Punk in a stick form forever, and I wasn't really able to find anything, but this is a new shade and it looks perfect. Then there is one other new shade that is currently sold out on the Sephora website. I did see it in store the other day, but it was limited edition, so I don't know if it's coming back, but I still wanted to add this to my wish list, and that would be the shade Nude Rose. So gorgeous, and I really hope that I can find this one. I don't know if I want to spend $29, but I really want that shade, so I hope that comes back. And then I do have one more shadow stick, and that would be from Jouer in the shade Rose Gold, which is like a rose gold coppery bronze all mixed together. And this only retails for $18, which is $11 cheaper than the Laura Mercier, and I believe it comes with around the same amount of product. I would love to try this because Jouer only has 1 cream shadow right now, so they should definitely release some more, but I would love to try this and see how well it compares to the Laura Mercier. Next, I have only 1 perfume here, and because this is a perfume that I can only get at Sephora, I guess I should say, I can't get it at Ulta. Between the 2 stores, it's only at Sephora, and I just chose the travel spray size, and this is Clean Reserve Solar Bloom. It is $28, and let me read the fragrance notes. It says it has bergamot, orange blossom, and coconut water. I had a little sample of it and I thought it was fantastic. Next would be One Thing from Patrick Ta, which would be one of his Monochrome Moment Velvet Blushes. They retail for $32, and the shade I want is currently out of stock, but I'll pop up a picture anyway. It is called She's Passionate, and it is described as a soft pink. I'm sorry if I'm going quick, my camera is trying to overheat on me. Next would be 3 of the Kaja Beauty Bento Bouncy Shimmer Eyeshadow Trios. And I've heard so many amazing things about this, and these 3 shades are from their newer shade extensions where they have 1 shimmer and 2 mattes, which is definitely what I'm looking for because I mostly have mattes in an eye look. So the 3 shades I wanted would be Poppy Champagne, Glowing Guava, and Hella Azalea. These are $21 each, and they have 3 shadows of course, because that's what a trio is. Next, I have 2 things from Tower 28 Beauty, which is another brand I've heard a lot about recently. So the first thing is a mini duo called Magic Hour and Chill Lip and Cheek Balm and Gloss Set Duo. So we have one of their clear glosses and then one of their cheek balms in Magic Hour. Again, you have 2 minis for $22. I also would love to try their Bronzino Illuminating Bronzer in the shade West Coast, which is the lighter shade. Rose and Ben has tested this a couple times in her Instagram stories and it looked beautiful on her, and that retails for $20, which is not bad, by the way. Then I have 2 products from Charlotte Tilbury. There are a ton of things I could have added, but these are the things that I really felt like I wanted. The first was one of her Hot Lips lipsticks 2 in the shade JK Magic, which has beautiful packaging. This is $37. That is stupid for a lipstick, but my rich fantasy self would absolutely buy it. The next thing would be her Darling eyeshadow palette, which is the size of like a petite palette from Urban Decay, like Petite Heat. And this has 6 shadows in it, $57, but they look stunning. Like I really, really want this. I know that's so dumb. I'm sure I have these shades, but I really want it. Next would be one more thing from Melt Cosmetics, and that would be their 27 eyeshadow palette. I know they have a lot of eyeshadow palettes out there, and this is just the basic warm neutrals, but this is the one I'm the most drawn to, and it retails for $58. Next, I have a couple products from Hourglass, and that would be 2 shades of their Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadows. The first is Rapture, which is more of like a pomegranate raspberry color. And then we have Vivid, which is an olive. And those are 2 of my favorite shades to wear on my eyes. And these retail for $29 each, which is really pricey, but I'm really interested in this formula. And then I have 4 products from Natasha Denona, and that would be the Gold eyeshadow palette. I know it's really simple, a lot of basic colors, but those blue and greens are incredible and so stunning. Again, this does retail for $129. Next, I had the Sunrise eyeshadow palette, which had a lot of warm neutrals, some more purpley colors in there, which is so beautiful, and this retails for $65. Then we have the Mini Star eyeshadow palette, which retails for $25. 3 shimmers, 2 mattes. I just really loved this color selection. And then we have the Natasha Denona Mini Bronze and Glow Cheek Duo for $19, which has a highlighter and a matte bronzer. And those shades actually do look like they would work for my skin tone, and they're so beautiful, and I would love to try her formula. And I'm looking back over everything to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes, and that is it. So, oh my gosh, this is so fun to put together. I'm gonna take pictures of this cart and look on it fondly, and I would love to buy some of these things along the way, or maybe some things when they have their next VIB sale or the Friends and Family sale. So definitely let me know in the comments down below which of these products that you've tried, and let me know your thoughts. Should I get them, should I not? It's okay to splurge once in a while, and ooh, so many creams on here. They're like, I do not need 3 cream bronzer type products and 2 cream blushes, but they're on here. I want them in my fantasy world. So yes, guys, I feel like I was all over the place. I'm sorry if I'm rushing, my camera's overheating. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on these products. Let me know what you would spend $1,000 on at Sephora in your fantasy world. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.